Please direct your attention to the stage as we welcome our next speaker, named Tom Sumner. As the founder and CEO of the Reward Collection, Tom brings over a decade of invaluable expertise in crafting successful reward propositions. With a profound passion for existing retailers in attracting and retaining customers, his insights are sure to leave a lasting impact. Let's give him a warm round of applause. Tom Sumner.
Hey everybody, how are we doing? 1 year on since Frankfurt, and what a year it's been for TRC, the Reward Collection. So really interested, really excited to explain exactly what's been going on our side. So my name's Tom Sumner. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the Reward Collection. I launched the Reward Collection 3 years ago to solve two key problems in the industry. One, to take away friction for consumers, and two, to save consumers more money than ever in the easiest possible way. We looked at the market and understood that card-linked offers was that solution. The industry was great, the technology was groundbreaking, there was more and more reward programs integrating card-linked offers to attract, reward, and retain customers. The one big missing piece of the puzzle was always merchant-funded offers, so we built the Reward Collection to become that home of all merchant-funded card-linked offers across the world. And I'm very pleased now, 3 years on, to say that we've achieved that goal, and we're now the UK and world's largest network for frictionless cashback rewards. As you can see, our team's been growing over the last 3 years or so. We're now up to about 20 full-time members of staff at TRC. This will grow to double that this time next year, so hopefully when we're in the next venue, hopefully as big as this one, I'll be able to explain exactly where we've got to on that front. So here's a brief video to explain exactly how the Reward Collection works.
The Reward Collection are the UK's largest provider of card-linked offers. We connect well-known brands with the best loved reward programs from around the globe to help both retailers and loyalty publishers grow and to make shopping more rewarding for everyone. We work with over 700 top brands, connecting them to our network of 250 million customers worldwide. And with our team's 40 years experience in the reward space, we're only just getting started. Unlike traditional discounts and affiliate marketing offers, card-linked rewards harness the power of customer data and spending habits to not just attract new customers, but to retain existing ones or even win back those you've lost. With customer loyalty and increased spend becoming more and more of a priority for merchants, no wonder that card-linked offers are now the preferred method among retailers for rewarding their customers. Almost 80% of customers will search for deals with loyalty programs before making a purchase, making it more and more important for reward programs to stay competitive and offer their customers a wide selection of new, enticing, and most importantly, frictionless rewards. By partnering with the Reward Collection, loyalty programs can instantly add hundreds of fresh, frictionless offers to their platform, boosting their customer engagement and revenue streams with some of the largest reward programs across the world already within our ecosystem. In partnership with Enigmatic Smile, we are now able to put our offers in the hands of consumers across the world, using their innovative white label apps, not only allowing customers to earn cashback, but also allowing them to spend it at brands they love, creating a true 360 loyalty solution. The Reward Collection, the #1 rewards network, helping retailers and publishers to attract, reward, and retain.
So like I say, we've been pretty busy since we last there. So I'll explain really briefly how the Reward Collection works, because it can be a bit confusing in terms of where we fit into the overall picture. So we're sat in the middle, and what we do is we work effectively as a rewards broker, sat in between retailer offers or reward partners, in which now we work with over 700 across the world. And what we do is we work as that connection point, connecting retailers into existing reward programs. So does anyone know why we've not just built a reward program ourselves? If we're able to go and sign up all these offers and have all these merchants, why would we not just go and build our own bank or reward program? One simple answer is that it's probably never going to make any money, right? So you've only got your own consumer base that you can market to, you can commercialize, you can make money back from. So what we've done with the reward collection is branch that out into a number of different reward programs, banks, fintechs, open banking players, or any reward program that wants to integrate card-linked offers. So rather than only being able to make revenue from one revenue stream, we connect into over 16 different reward programs now in the UK, US, and Europe. Here's a short explanation of how card linking works for anybody that doesn't understand the end-to-end process. Step one, the consumer links their bank card to any of their reward programs. If it's a banking customer, the card's already linked. They go and shop with any of our retailers or any retailer within that program, and whenever they spend with that linked bank card, they instantly earn cash back to that card that they originally made the purchase on. And again, that's all around taking away the friction. There's no promo codes, discount coupons, vouchers. All you do is spend with your card that's readily available in your pocket and you earn cash back. Really simple. So a few snippets of what we've been doing this year. So we're now working with over 15 live reward programs. The big key number there is the 250 million active users across the world, which has been no easy challenge, but we've now got 250 million monthly active users across the world. So just to put that into perspective for everybody, so in the UK, that is 35 million active users, which works out to be 1 in 3 of every transaction goes through the reward collections network. In the US, we've got 220 million customers, which is around about 1 in 2 of every transaction goes through the network. So it's huge numbers we're talking about. Key markets for us now is the UK, US, India, which is emerging, and we've got some huge things happening over in that market too, which you'll hear about later on. Europe, we've launched really recently, but the European market, we're investing a lot more resource into in Q3 and Q4, with a team being launched in probably Spain or Germany in those quarters as well. Big focus for us now is on the big tier 1 retailers. Any retailer that has high frequency, high spend, that's our key focus. Our team's got over 50 years experience, including myself and the other executive members of the reward collection. We're now profit making, which is a huge step forward for us as a founder and CEO, so that's a massive step forward for us. And even though we're profitable, the focus for me is to always stay lean, regardless of how big the business seems like it's growing and the revenue and everything else is falling into place. We still need to make sure that we're lean and we're growing in line with profitability, not over-investing, over-subscribing in terms of trying to grow too quickly, so making sure that we're always staying profitable. The business in itself is quite high margin and low cost, and that's because we can integrate with all the different reward programs. We don't have the marketing costs, technology costs, and all the other costs that a direct reward program would have themselves. And one of the other key points is market monopolization, which is all around TRC locking away different parts of the market step by step. And the way that we do that is by contracting our retailers to make sure that they can't work with any of our partners, and contracting our partners so they can't work with our retailers. So it completely, as I say, monopolizes that industry and makes sure that TRC is always at the top when it comes to merchant-funded offers, which we've managed to sustain to date. So here's a few snippets. So this year we've driven to retailers, and this is just from January until June, bearing in mind, 14 million pounds in spend to retailers. That's what we've directly driven this year. In terms of savings to customers, we've saved direct customers over £1 million, and year-on-year growth, we've seen 371% year-on-year growth, and next year should be even bigger. So we're now working with over 800 brands across the world. That's including the market in India, Europe, US, UK. 95% always on offers. So this is a bit of a confusing one for anyone that doesn't understand the rewards industry. So this means that we allow all of our offers to be accessible, or 95% of them anyway, to be accessible for any new reward program, any new bank, any new fintech, to be able to integrate our offers. This is pretty rare for anyone that aggregates or brokers deals, because you've usually got to go back and re-engage with the brand and re-sign them up for each individual program. Whereas with ourselves, we want to make sure that they're accessible from day one for reward programs. And that's really important when it comes to the VOW ecosystem, because that means that any new reward program that connects into single ID, V-currency-based offers, they get all of our offers from day one too within those apps. We're now working with over 6,000 individual locations across the world, and the average cashback that we've got is now 16%, which is by far bigger than anybody else's in the industry too. So, what brands do we have, you ask? So here's a bit of a snippet in terms of what brands we're working with now. Francesca's, which is a very large retailer in the US, recently onboarded, about 500 sites, clothing brand. Temu, which probably everyone's seen everywhere at the minute, seems to be one of the biggest emerging brands across the world. Another recent brand we onboarded, and a few others. And this is just a fraction of the tier one brands that we work with now. We're onboarding 20 to 30 brands, tier one brands each month, so this list will only continue to keep growing, and you'll hopefully see a few more recognizable brands this time next year when I speak next. Well, if I get re-invited. Let's not assume. In terms of our reward programs, so as I mentioned, we work with banks, open banking partners, any fintech that wants to integrate reward programs for their consumers. So here's a snippet in terms of what publishers' reward programs we're currently working with. This probably is my favorite slide in terms of growth over the last 12 months. So as you can see, once again, we've been pretty busy over the last 12 months, and this will only continue to grow. This next 12 months, we're looking at probably in the thousands in terms of % year-on-year growth. So yeah, there's no stopping us from here. We're just getting started. Okay, so what's next to come? So building out our presence in the US market and Indian market, which you'll hear about a bit later on. The next big plan for us is rolling out the retailer dashboards, which Barry touched on for all of our retailers. Now, when you're driving retailers, the sort of growth that you've seen on these charts, they need to be able to visualize exactly how well TRC's network is working for them. So we can send them over data is one thing, but being able to actually visualize that as a retailer is pretty critical. So that's the next big thing that's coming for TRC and Enigmatic's partnership. The next step is integrating reward programs into single ID, which will allow more V-currency-based offers to happen. And then the same thing on the retailer side, integrating more retailers into V-pounds, V-dollars, V-euros. As Bish said before, it just commercially makes the most sense for them to do V-currency-based offers. We're billing retailers upwards from £100,000 a month in some cases. If we do that through V-currencies, we can reduce that down to zero. It just makes perfect sense for them. Growing our market share, which is still growing. For us, we're doing very good things, but we're probably still in third gear, so there's a whole load of things yet to come. And expanding into new markets, with Europe being the next. So thank you everyone for listening. I just wanted to give one last thank you before the hopeful stand ovation and big clap from everyone. Just wanted to say a huge thank you to Bish and the team at VOW. This last 12 months would not have been possible without Bish's investment and his knowledge that he's brought to the table. I've worked with a lot of investors over the years, and Bish is something completely different to anything, as you've probably seen him speaking, than anyone that I've ever worked with. So I just want to say thank you to Bish. It wouldn't be possible without you. So yeah, much appreciated, and thanks to everyone. Thank you. Cheers.